Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Nerd Pod Generations, episode 174. As always, I am one of your illustrious hosts, Steve Taylor, along with the always lovely Al Judson. Hello, sir.
Hello, friends and enemies.
Welcome to Halloween Havoc 2025.
I just love that we will never settle on a title for this segment.
I think Halloween Havoc is kind of leaning.
I like it. I like it
too.
But, so here's my thing. I wish we had a graphics department, if for nothing else, so that we could take last year's graphic and scratch the already scratched out previously title of Horrorfest.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, so this year it's Havoc. It's Halloween Havoc. And it's like every year we just come out with a different one.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, I think that's
a good
funny
bit.
too. So, folks, once again, this is Nerd Pod Generations, episode 174, meaning we have 173 previous episodes of pure gold. So please go back and listen to our back catalog. You can find us at nerdpodgen.com. There are links. On the main page, there's a link to the most current episode. There are also links to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and links to YouTube, which Al's been uploading clips and full versions of our episodes. So Halloween Havoc, for those of you who do not know, the month of October, typically we just do horror.
Yeah. We always have like a pseudo theme, so we've done werewolves in the past.
Kind of a theme. Like this week is kind of like a ghost.
Yeah, we're doing like ghosts and like
demonic.
There might be a few ghosts this particular season
because
there have been years where we did werewolves. We had our who would win in a werewolf battle.
Yeah, we did our vampires.
We did vampires.
Did we do zombies? I think we did zombies.
I don't know if we've done zombies yet. I don't think so, because I feel like we would have watched Night of the Living Dead, because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the original Romero. Like the original.
So have you seen the one in the 80s that Tom Savini made?
I saw. Is that Day of the Dead, the one with the soldiers?
No. Okay. So Night of the Living Dead is the original one. Yeah, the black and white, awesome.
Yeah.
Tom Savini, the great horror icon and actor, he remade it in the 80s. So it's the first one he remade.
No. So I've actually seen more of Zack Snyder zombies than I have of
George
Romero
that's too
zombies.
Bad.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead, the OG Day of the Dead is some of the best gore effects I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll have to...
Yeah, no, exactly. So this is why I don't think we've done zombies.
Maybe we'll have to do, instead of zombies, just do a Romero Day.
Oh.
Watch Night of the Living Dead and then Dawn of the Dead.
We could do Dead Bodies. That could be this year's theme.
Dead Bodies.
Just Dead Bodies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, this first week definitely lines up with that, folks. I cannot wait for you to hear this.
Oh, my God.
So we like to start every episode off with what we've been watching, playing, reading. I got a quick one, so I'm just going to touch on it real quick.
Yeah.
I want to do a quick shout-out. I finished Mario Wonder. Awesome game.
Excellent.
Back into Donkey Kong, and I did get Final Fantasy Tactics. Have not been able to fire it up yet.
My buddy got it, and he already loves it.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
like
I know I'm going to love it.
Yeah.
I love the original, and I am still bummed that the War of the Lions editions they put in are not in this. You know, whatever. It's still. It's
a money-making venture, right?
It is a money-making venture.
Nobody ever has enough. Even people that, as we found out in today's subject, we are alluding to this week's review, which will be The Fall of the House of Usher, wherein they describe to this billionaire how he could never actually spend all of his money. And does that mean that he has enough? And he says, of course not. You're smarter than that.
Yeah. Like, I can never have enough video games, even though I'll never play my backlog. I have so many video games.
I guess in that way, yes.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I still want them.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing I want to talk about is going with our theme. Last night, I checked out, there is a new docu-series on Netflix called True Hauntings.
Oh.
And I thought it sounded interesting. It was like half-hour episodes. It was 3 episodes for this first story. And I didn't realize this when I clicked on it. This is about a haunting that took place at the University of Geneseo.
No shit.
Right here in upstate New York. In fact, one of the... people from the story is from Webster, New York, where I grew up.
No kidding.
Which was cool. But it's a really cool... It's one of the things where they have interviews with the actual people, but then they also have dramatized, acting of... It was really good.
Yeah.
Really creepy. Great story. And I'm very interested in... I think that right now there's just 2 stories. There's this first one. There's another one up right now. I'm assuming... I think this is a recent ad, so I'm assuming they're going to continue adding. I can't imagine them stopping it too. But it was really good. Like it was truly scary. They did a great job with when they're retelling the story, setting the mood as just this dark, creepy mood. And so there's not a lot of, like, jump scares per se. It's mainly just the feeling of dread you have watching it. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I made it through all 3 episodes yesterday before I realized I made it through all 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So that's a testament to the quality.
That's one of those moments, especially with streaming, where you're like, oh, let me log up the next. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all of it.
Which we'll talk about that later. We both had that same issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was great. So I highly recommend. It's called True Hauntings. It is absolutely awesome.
So was it in the University Medical Center?
It was in a dorm that actually exists called Erie Hall.
Oh.
So, and it fits. And then the next one is titled This House Murdered Me. So I'm excited to watch that. It's only a 2-parter in the next one, but highly recommend it. It's really good.
It sounds like, are you familiar with the Patton Oswalt bit about the bed that kills people?
Oh, yeah. Deathbed, the bed that kills people.
Yeah. It sounds like that, yeah.
And I've looked up that cover, and it looks incredible.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. I just love that bit that he has of, like, imagine yourself as the writer of Deathbed, the bed that kills people. And because writers always have one of 2 reactions. Either, no one will like this, I'm just going to stop.
Or it's the best thing they ever.
Or it's the best thing ever, and I can't stop writing it. Yeah. And you're just like, so I just love Patton's reaction of can you imagine the moment he hits writer's block and he's like, no, I have to finish.
Yeah.
I have to finish the deathbed that kills people.
To go with that, I wish I could remember where I saw this quote. I saw a quote the other day that really sticks with, especially people like you and me who are trying to do this creative thing on the side.
Yeah.
Somebody said, I'm a failed writer. It's like, no, you just quit. Mm-hmm. There's no you can't fail until you die.
Yeah.
And then you have no choice. You just failed at it.
Yeah.
But as long as you're living, you just quit. You didn't fail.
You just keep working at it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've struggled with is and this is one of those pieces of advice that people give you, and you're like, gee, thanks. That means nothing to me. The importance of a project is what it means to you and not what you think it should mean to other people. And I appreciate that in a lot of ways. I also have greatly struggled with that notion because, yes, is it important for me to write something for myself? Yeah, absolutely. If I don't care about it, then no one else will either. Does it help to have a little bit of someone being like, I like this, you should do more? Yes, it's enormously helpful.
Very much
to have someone in your corner being like, no, keep going.
Yes.
Because it is the easiest thing in the world to be like, listen, this is a pain in the ass, and it's not fun, and I don't like it, and it makes me feel bad, and it makes me feel stupid, and it makes me feel incompetent. So I'm just not going to do it because nobody is telling me to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, you just didn't care enough about the project. It's like, no, dude, it's not that I didn't care enough about the project. It's that after a while, you can be a kung fu master bashing your hands on bricks.
Yeah.
But, if it doesn't lead anywhere, you're just left with these, like, stony, bashed up knuckles, and you're like, and now what?
Yeah.
I got nothing to do with this. So,
exactly. Because you want to write stuff for yourself, but you also want it to get out in the world. Because to me, that's the ultimate form of immortality.
Yeah.
Is something that you created is like J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
He's immortal.
Yeah.
He'll always be remembered for that.
Or you end up on the other side of the situation, which, again, speaking selfishly of myself, where you're trying to make something and you are genuinely proud of it and you think it's good. And even when people are like, yeah, it is good, they're all related to you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's the my mom thinks I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about the new version of that I got?
No.
I was talking to my therapist about our show and stuff. And he was like, oh, your show sounds like it should be really successful. And I came away with the same feeling that I had when my mom used to tell me that I'm handsome. It's like, my therapist thinks I should be popular. It's like, that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. But like that whole idea of it's so important to have people in your corner, especially when you're trying to get something off the ground where you see lesser versions of it fucking everywhere. In this world where everybody has a voice and that's great and all these things. Most of the time. When you're trying, in my case, to make superhero stuff and you're like, wow, I really like what I'm doing, but nobody seems to care. And then you see the 19th million Marvel movie of deteriorating quality come out. And then you see The Boys. And then you see this. And then you see that. And you're like, fuck it. What's the fucking point? Because nobody cares. They'll eat the slop. But my stuff, I guess, is too curated or just not meeting the right eyes. You know, it's like one of those things where you can't even be like, well, if I just clip the red wire, it'll work.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there is no wire. There is no one magic button that you can push and be like, I'm popular on the internet now. And so when you see people that you're like, why the fuck does this guy have a platform? And why do 10 million 12-year-olds follow him along with 60 million bots? You know, that's what we need to do. We need to invest in Russian bots.
Oh, God.
If you can't be popular, make it look like
Make
you're popular.
yourself popular.
Yeah. So that's where our budget for next year's show is going to go.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. But yeah, to bring it back around, we drove out to Niagara Falls, which if you've never gone to Niagara Falls, people, go to Niagara Falls. It's fucking incredible. Maid of the Mist, one of the best rides you can ever have. You know, you pass GCC and you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I know why. Because they have to build it out there to keep all the ghosts out of town.
No,
Because...
Geneseo, not GCC.
Oh.
But Geneseo's just as close as GCC is.
Yeah.
So, and Audrey went to Geneseo. She never heard of this story.
Well, they have to sweep that stuff under the rug.
Well, the fun thing is like my oldest brother went to Alfred State, and there was a story going around that one of the builders, his nickname was Stu, was a former Nazi, and he hung himself after building one of the dorms, and his ghost would haunt Alfred State. And my brother told me he came back one weekend. He roomed with the guy, Todd. Very muscular, like not afraid of anything guy. He said he woke up one night and this Todd guy was sitting up in bed, white-faced and shaking. Said he woke up and looked at my brother's bed and Stu was sitting on his lap staring at my brother, and then he turned and looked at Todd and then disappeared. So it's like... They drank a lot back then. So
yeah.
I don't know if that... But still...
This is always the thing, is like... You come into a ghost story, and there's a part of you that's like, you know, very Mulder. I want to believe. And, you know, because at one point it's terrifying, and at one point it's fascinating, and at one point it kind of leads to what's next. And, you know, there's just so many questions, and you're like, this is interesting. I want to believe. But then, you know, there's the...
But that's what was fascinating about this, is the guy that was getting haunted was a runner. So he didn't drink, do drugs, didn't do anything. He was just all about his, like, health. And so to see, like, all this stuff happening, it's very fascinating.
Yeah.
But highly recommend it.
I don't think that happened with Mark Sanchez. I don't think
that,
no,
fuck no.
To do a quick diversion into football before we jump into my watch, play, read. There's a few weird things that have happened since we last recorded. So usually we record on Sunday. We had to postpone for a variety of reasons. So we're recording on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And in the intervening time, the funniest few things happened. One, Tyreek Hill's leg is gone.
Gone.
It's gone. It's been taken off the map.
Yeah.
They say that he's going to recover. Dude is never going to run the same way ever again.
No, but he's got like 17 kids. He's going to have to play again.
Yeah.
But he'll never be the same.
No.
He's never going to be what he was.
No, he's going to be washed as soon as he comes back.
He's going to be doing like Julian Edelman crossing patterns.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the footage of that, don't.
No.
I saw it live, and I was like, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. So that whole thing with the Dolphins and everything that's going on, no love lost there. I don't really wish harm on anybody, but Tyreek Hill is a massive shithead. So
he's an awful person.
I think it runs even at the end of the day. I'm not wishing harm on him. I'm just not wishing well on him in any way. If you want me to wish well on you, stop being a shithead. Yeah. Stop beating up your ex-wife. I think that's all it really takes.
Yeah, I think that's not a lot to ask.
It's not a huge ask.
No,
just be a good person.
Ask. Yeah.
So that happened, and you were like, Jesus Christ. And then the Bills game happened. And in the Bills game, there wasn't much to say except the Bills are no longer undefeated. We were the last undefeated team for about 5 hours. And then the refs said, well, Buffalo's not allowed to have anything nice. And they called, I'm going to round it out to 15. It felt like more, but I'm going to round it out to 15. Accepted penalties. To say, I think there were probably like 17 or 18 total penalties called on the Bills. Over 10 in the first half alone. And I was watching that game red-faced and screaming. I'll take credit for about half of those penalties. Absolutely, 100%. You know, I'm reminded of the Trey White pass interference at the end of the first half, which was just the most boneheaded play I've seen. Just dumb.
So fucking dumb.
Just unnecessarily dumb.
Yeah.
I want to love Trey. I want to love Trey so bad, but he does this shit, and you're just left being like, dude, this rule has been in the NFL for over 5 years. Why the fuck do you think you can just raise your hands above your head and wave them around when the ball's coming in? You have to turn around. You have to turn around. Is it a stupid rule? We can debate whether it's a stupid rule or not, but it's a fucking rule. And you're giving away yardage and points when you do this shit. So absolutely, some of those calls were 100% true. I will take 2/3. That still leaves 5 to 8 calls that were complete bullshit.
Yeah.
Like just complete horseshit. And whether it's stuff like, oh, there's hand fighting in the receiving corps. Okay, so why aren't you calling the hand fighting that the Patriots are doing? They're doing the same level of hand fighting that we are, but we're getting pass interference calls and illegal touching and all these other things. We had a illegal formation because the wide receiver was just like literally half a heel off of the line.
Yeah.
His heel was rotated just a little bit, and the refs were like, oh, illegal formation, tackle's not covered. And you're like, what the actual fuck, man? What the actual fuck are we doing? Like, if it impacts the play, yes, definitely. But why? Why are we calling all of these unnecessary, stupid penalties that slow down the game, especially when half of them are unsubstantiated? And again, NBC pulled the exact same shit that CBS did, where they just stopped showing the penalty on replay. And so I'm left being like, so there's no evidence. There's nothing to say that this is true. I'm just going to have to take the word of this shitty refereeing crew, who on multiple occasions tonight has already been proven wrong, or at the very least myopic, so tied in on these little tiny details that could not affect the play in any capacity. And I'm just like, literally every time we get any play of any substance, there's a flag. What the actual hell is going on between this and last week against the Saints, where we had the exact same problem, and then the last two AFC Championship games, where the funniest thing happens: these anonymous flags come out of nowhere, and they fully fucking derail everything that we're doing. And I'm just like, you can't tell me that there isn't something in the league office against the Bills. There is no way in my mind that someone doesn't have an axe to grind.
I don't know if that's the case as much as some of those past games was because it was against the Chiefs, and we all know that.
Yeah, that was another.
And we're going to talk about a play during the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
To me, I love you, and I love I'm on the Bills' side. I'm happy they lost because it was some of the worst play calling
that's
I've
another
ever
thing.
fucking seen. So they actually deserve to lose that game just on the bad play calling.
The McDermottitis is insane right
Dude,
now.
it was fucking terrible.
It's insane right now. It's just, you're left being like, it's, it's like those commercials that you see for extra strong eczema cream, where it's just like, oh, that dude is just losing entire patches of skin off of their hide. That's the McDermottitis that we have right now. It's just entire patches of our skin is coming off because we can't play call. We can't run the clock. We're completely incapable on defense. And it's like, the defense used to be what made us strong, and now we fucking suck. We can't cover anybody. Trey White is taking 5 yards off of anybody and just giving it to them up top. He'll play 5 yards off of them, which is what he did when he first came in. And I'm just like, dude, that doesn't work. No. When we try and play man, we can't play man because we're too old to play man. And it's just like, you have to be able to play man coverage in the NFL on some level. Zone is great, but as someone who watched Tom Brady pick apart zone defense for 20 years, man is better. If you have the studs to run man, run man! Yeah. Because it's just better than whatever this horse hockey is.
What was driving me nuts is, okay, the Bills have, let's be completely honest, a mediocre wide receiving core.
Yeah, I love Shakir, but he's the only guy.
But even him, his size, he's not going to win a lot of battles.
He's an Edelman.
He is. But you're looking at, you have a solid tight end core, and now you have a solid running back core.
Yes, and we won't use him.
And you didn't use either.
Yeah, we won't use him. I don't know why.
Dude, how does Cook only have 14 rushes? It's like, no, in games like this is when you got to run the ball down their throats.
Also, I get it. Everybody has a third down back. You put in the big bowling ball for third down. But I'm going to tell you straight up, McDermott, if it's 3rd and 4, don't put in Ty Johnson.
No.
Stop putting in Ty. I love Ty.
He's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, maybe.
At best. And even then, you have Josh. You might as well just push him over the line with the snowplow. Come on, what are we doing? Give it to Cook. I get that Cook can't be an every down back. That'd be crazy, right? He'd get injured in like 3 games. But like, why are we doing this training wheel bullshit? It's like Ashton Genty and how they've admitted to putting him on a clock where they're like, oh, it's load management. It's like, oh, because that's worked out great for the NBA.
Yeah, seriously.
Load management's going great for them. It definitely doesn't make anybody super pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and we only have maybe like what? The NBA season is 86 games?
82.
Yeah, so we have like a fraction of that number of time on the field.
That you actually, yeah, exactly.
And you're still taking people off the field in the interest of keeping them healthy. Well, if they're not healthy, then they're not healthy. But if they're healthy, they better be on the fucking field playing the goddamn game. And I'm so tired of OK Coleman. He is just okay.
Dude.
Everybody is like, oh,
I don't even know if
Keon's
he's
great.
okay now.
Keon's great. Keon, look at Josh. He finally has a tall guy that can go up and get the ball. Fucking bullshit.
He can't run routes.
He can't do anything.
He can't run a route to save his life.
And we're left being like, you know who we could have gotten? Xavier Worthy. And if we didn't get Xavier Worthy, you know who we could have gotten? Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
But we had to trade down to get Keon Coleman. This is why I want to trade all of our first-round picks, because we're going to trade them anyway.
Yeah.
We might as well trade for a good player and not have to worry about having McDermott and fucking Moneyball over here, Bean, playing this game.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, we're going to trade down and then we're going to take Marcus Hairston and then he's going to be injured and not play for the first 8 games of the year. It's like, why are we doing this?
I don't get it. And they got Tampa coming up.
Yep.
And I got to say, now, for those of you who don't know, I am a Chicago Bears fan, have been since 1982, I believe was when I first started watching the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I have always had this little love. My favorite player ever was actually a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Mike Allstott, the fullback.
Oh, how can you not love Mike Allstott?
He was my all-time favorite.
He's the
always.
greatest.
The greatest.
The neck roll was retired with him.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
After that, everybody was like, well, you can't. Mike Allstott retired the neck roll.
But I'll be dead honest. My favorite player right now is Baker Mayfield.
He's
fucking
killing it.
He's
having a season.
Always loved him. I've always was a fan of his, even going back to the Cleveland days. And then I felt really bad for him with the whole Carolina crap. But then that awesome game he had with the Rams, where he came in on like what
3
one
days?
day or 2 days or something like that, and led a game-winning drive. And I just love him in Tampa. I love how he fucking plays. So as much as I do want, see, here's my dilemma. I want to see Tampa do well. I would love to see them make it to the Super Bowl. But I want Buffalo to win because I still think when it boils down to it, the best chance to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, if their slide doesn't continue and they start elevating, is by the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
At Buffalo. I'm dead set on that. Because the AFC, there's some meandering teams. You could say Jacksonville and Denver are really getting better. Who knows what the hell's going on with San Diego, or not San Diego anymore, the LA Chargers. Mm-hmm. But you look at it, you're like, dude, when it boils down to it, you're going to have Buffalo standing in the way of Kansas City.
That's, that's all we can hope for.
You can't.
Because the Chiefs are going to keep coming, no matter what. And Baltimore has been shown to be on their knees.
My only hope is, like this coming week, they have to play, Kansas City's playing Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit should wipe the
Kick their teeth in. Yeah.
And then I believe, it's not Buffalo then. I think there might be a bye and then Buffalo.
Yeah, because we have a bye next week.
Yeah.
We're off week 7.
So, in a very short time, they could, halfway through the season, they could still have a losing record.
Yeah.
So for me, that would be great because I could see them, if they have to, say, play a playoff game where even, say, the Patriots go to, I think the Patriots could actually, their defense is so fucking good.
This is the other thing that makes me so mad.
I know, the Patriots.
Why did it have to be them? But why did it have to be them? But why did we have to lose to them? And then why did they have to be the team? Like, I cannot stand how many Bostonians are coming up and being like, oh, you know who's great? Drake May. He's even better than Josh Allen.
He's not.
You know what? We're going to be number 1. Drake May's going to win the MVP, and we're going to be the number 1 seed. Fucking shut up! Just shut up! Shut the fuck up! For 5 minutes, just shut up!
And Drake May's okay. But what really, because I had not watched them at all this year, so watching that game, their defense is fucking insane. If you would take their defense and put it on Buffalo, that would be a undefeated.
The fact that they were able to make some of the tackles against Josh,
dude,
where like usually he steps out of those tackles and he just couldn't. Also, I don't know if this is a thing or not. I didn't dislike the alternates that we wore on Sunday. I thought they were fine.
I didn't like them.
But we always lose when we wear alternate uniforms. I've been dying for alternate uniforms because, God help me, I love the Bills classics, but like sometimes you just need a little flavor in there to shake it up. And every time we wear the red jerseys, now when we wear the Blizzard jerseys, when we get our red hats back, are we going to lose then? Are we going to lose to the Falcons this weekend when we wear our throwbacks? What's going to happen?
I think the Blizzard jerseys might be the worst jerseys I've ever seen in my life, primarily because you couldn't read the numbers because they were the same color as the fucking jersey.
Yeah.
I thought that was the dumbest fucking... I'm like, how do you not make it like a darker shade maybe of that?
Yeah.
Just so you can read the fucking numbers of the players.
My thing is that the whole thing, like they had a photo shoot where they had Josh holding a football made out of snow, quote unquote, out of snow. They had a whole thing. And, I mean, maybe. Yeah. The Dolphins were at the same photo shoot, so you don't know. You don't know. But, like, the whole thing was that this is a whiteout Blizzard uniform. And then they schedule it for October.
Yeah.
The first weekend in October when it's 85 degrees outside. And I'm just like, I know that there were a bunch of mitigating factors. They wanted it to be against a rival team. They wanted it to be at home. They wanted it to be on prime time. I get it. What the actual fuck?
It's so dumb.
But why? Here's my thing. But why? You made this whole stink about Blizzard and whiteout, and then you played in 80-degree weather. What the actual fuck is wrong with you? Of course we lost. It's the gods telling us, stop being stupid. Stop being dumb.
The same week that the Bills wore those jerseys, the Bucks wore what everyone considered the worst jerseys ever made, the creamsicles.
They are still the worst jerseys ever made.
Because of who the Bucks are and the fact that they leaned into an old jersey like that. It is one of the highest selling jerseys this week because people are like, oh, creamsicle's awesome. It's like, dude, back in the day, no one fucking thought it was awesome.
I still think it's ugly as sin. It's
ugly as shit.
I still go back to Warren Sapp, who was like, fuck no, I'm not wearing this shit. Are you kidding? No way. But like the thing with the creamsicles, again, in this ever-evolving landscape that we call life, the weirdest thing about the creamsicles is that a part of the story is now that Tom Brady had enough sway to say, no, you will get all new uniforms and we will not wear the creamsicle jerseys and we will not wear the alarm clock jerseys and you will just come up with an entire new uniform scheme and buy it from Nike because I'm not wearing that shit. And I'm like, so you're going to go to Tampa Bay after ruining my life for 20 fucking years. And then you're not going to wear the world's ugliest jersey? Fuck you, Tom. Get in the fucking suit, Tom. What the actual fuck are we doing, Tom? Come on. Dance, monkey, dance.
Hey, and brought them that Super Bowl, so, you know, I'm glad they listened. This whole trajectory with them started with him. So
the whole trajectory with everything. Let's not forget, that was also before this last Super Bowl. That was the last Super Bowl that Kansas City lost.
That's true.
Think back to that. The ultimate in bad taste in your mouth for Western New York.
Yeah.
Kansas City, as a group, facing off against goddamn Tom Brady for number 7.
Goddamn
You're just
Tom
like, I hate everything.
Not just that. Tom, Gronk, and Antonio Brown. It's like 3 of the more hated people.
Awful people. All 3 of them are terrible shithead people.
But that's why you watch that game when you root for Mike Evans, because he's one of the greatest.
Yeah, that's the only thing, right? It's like, and that's the nice thing about the Bucs. Is that it used to be like, oh, they have Jameis? I fucking hate Jameis. Like, it's not just the turnovers. Everybody finds the turnovers, entertaining. Yeah. And on some level, I find the turnovers hilarious because I don't like Jameis Winston because of the multiple sexual assault allegations in college.
How about people forget about that shit?
Yeah.
Oh, but no, he's a scripture man now. He's always talking about God.
God save me from these pick sixes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jameis, I think you earned the pick sixes on more than one occasion, man. So, like, God damn it. Knowing that I can, at least on some level, be like, hey, the Bucs. Emeka Ibuka. Baker Mayfield. Chris Evans.
Emeka Ibuka's fucking
Chris Evans. Mike Evans, not Chris Evans.
Ridiculous.
Emeka Ibuka's a rookie, and he's just fucking killing it.
He's unreal.
He's insane.
I don't know if I've ever seen a rookie that can run routes as good as this.
And when was the last time you saw a man named Bucky who you would genuinely call Bucky?
Yeah.
Like, not Sebastian Stan. But, like, his name is Bucky Irving, and you would call him Bucky. Like, that's his name, and you can't make fun of him because the man does too good at work to make fun of him. So, all I'll say is this. If anybody wants to trade us a cornerback, we are in desperate need of cornerbacks. I'm looking at, hey, Denver, 2 1s for Pat Surtain. 2 1s for Pat Surtain. This year or next year, 2 1s. Pat Surtain. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And Buffalo, I'm not talking Josh. Run the fucking ball.
Run the
the ball.
And if you have to throw to people that can fucking box out.
Yes.
Please and thank you, because I'm sick of this shit.
If you need 5 yards, throw it 6 yards to a tight end, not 15 yards incomplete to a wide receiver that can't catch it.
And stop trying to bomb it downfield and call a foul. I'm so sick of this. Oh, that guy touched our guy. I'm going to bomb it to him, not come close to a throw, and then look at the refs and be like, where's the flag? Josh, be a man and get the work done yourself, okay? Not everybody can be Patrick Mahomes and just look at the refs and mime like they're in fucking vaudeville and be like, oh, but Daddy, I need a flag. They touched my guy.
See, you don't know this. All refs are Muppets fans, and so anytime he speaks to them, they're like, oh, I love Kermit. It's like, okay.
They're bringing back the Muppet Show for a third time.
Oh, Jesus.
To which I say, are you going to do it right? Because right now
you got to do it like the old show.
Well, so the going run is that it's going to be a variety show. The first guest is Sabrina Carpenter.
Nope.
I don't know, man. I don't know if this is going to work.
Because the old show, if you look at it, was more for adults than kids.
Yeah.
And that's what they need to lean into.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of hint, hint, wink, wink Muppet sex on the side of the Muppet Show. I'm pretty sure Madeline Kahn fucked someone at some point.
She absolutely did.
But no, I just like, if you don't do, it's the Muppet Show, but it's 30 Rock. And it's like, it's not a variety show. It's like a late night show hosted by Miss Piggy. And Kermit's dating a different pig than Miss Piggy. And now there's all this... this sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, look at all of that you're making and know that it sucks and push it away.
And I'm afraid it's gone too far to the kid side where they can't really push that envelope anymore, which is too bad.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The last thing I wanted to know is just to tie off that end on Mark Sanchez. For anybody who doesn't know, certain things happened this weekend. And Mark Sanchez of Butt Fumble fame... beat the shit out of a 70-year-old man while drunk and intoxicated. Got stabbed, I think, maybe multiple times. Yeah. And got arrested while being treated in the hospital. And when asked for a comment, he said, I don't remember anything after trying to get in the guy's truck.
Yeah.
Because the guy was this guy, he was taking...
He was collecting oil.
He was collecting fry oil.
Yeah.
And Mark Sanchez did not care for his park job and tried to move his car for him. And when the 69-year-old man was like, don't do that, Mark Sanchez started beating the shit out of him.
And the guy pepper sprayed him, and he kept coming.
Yeah.
And then
so the 69-year-old guy started stabbing Mark Sanchez. But it's so bad. How bad are the photos? No one will show you the photos of the 69-year-old man.
Yeah.
Because it's too graphic.
Yeah.
Because of how much Mark Sanchez just beat the living shit out of this guy.
It's amazing what a still young pro athlete can do to a 69-year-old guy.
Yeah. So he's like permanently disfigured for the rest of his whatever golden years he has. And he's suing the shit out of Sanchez and Fox and everybody. He's bringing them all up on charges.
And I love that he's suing Fox because somebody made a good point. Sanchez, they believe, was at a Fox event, and the fact that they let him leave knowing that he was as inebriated as he was, they are absolutely
they are
liable
100% at fault on that.
Yep.
I love the argument that people have made of like, well, he wouldn't have even been in Indianapolis if not for Fox taking him there.
Yep.
It's like,
they brought him there, they pumped him full of booze, and then they let him out
on the streets.
And I love all the racists that when they hear Sanchez got stabbed in downtown Indianapolis, they automatically assume...
the black crime in Indianapolis is out of control.
Yeah, automatically assumed it was that. It's like, no, you don't.
It has nothing to do with anything,
Not
shithead.
even a little bit.
That is nothing. There were local politicians being like, the black crime downtown is out of hand.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Look at you being a fucking shithead. Wow, look who claimed immediately.
And I'll tell you, those people never went back on camera and apologized and said I made a mistake.
They took down their tweets very quietly.
Yep.
Just deleted them.
Fucking
Hope
assholes.
that nobody had noticed.
That pissed me off so bad when I saw that. I'm like, you fucks. Just if you're gonna fuck up, lean into it.
But Jimmy Kimmel has to be taken off the air for insinuating that
for saying something that's not even what they said he said.
Yeah. So
it's bullshit.
Anyway, that's the NFL for you.